Right back at it with another YouTube video. In today's video we're doing, let's take a look at the MCU directors, because I thought, why not, this might make for an interesting kind of, video. So yeah, just so it's not mistaken, I'm talking about directors here. And I guess I'm not gonna rank them, but I'm gonna give them a rating or whatever. I'd say my opinion on them or something. Yeah, so just so you guys know, I do plan on doing another video where I'm just going to be talking about the way the Marvel Cinematic Universe directs. So yeah, there's been about 23 movies in total at the time of this recording out, and yeah, there's about like 17 directors or something like that. Because there's a few directors that have directed like multiple movies and stuff, so yeah. Yeah, I'll be talking about that in a different video. So, yeah. Obviously, with Marvel, they've got 23 movies here, so not every movie's gonna be good, or not every movie's gonna have a big name director, or a good director, or whatever. But yeah, this is basically what I'm gonna be talking about here. So, alright, the first one you got here is Iron Man and Iron Man 2. Now, these two movies were directed by Jon Favreau. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, but yeah, he pretty much directed the first two. I think he had some part in like producing some of the other movies as well. Um, yeah, he was in these movies as well. Keep in mind, he was in these movies. He played Happy in. He wasn't just in the Iron Man films. Even I think he was in like the Avengers and like Spider Man and stuff. So yeah, that's something important to know because I'm pretty sure he produced that. He's also in he's most recent projects or like I remember he worked on he was like the creator or something of the Mandalorian show. So yeah, he's definitely cool for that. Yeah, but pre Iron Man he was working. I remember most notably it was like probably Elf. There's some other stuff too, but I remember most notably Elf, and that was a good movie to me. But again, Jon Favreau was kind of not too safe, honestly. That movie was not really safe, but it ended up working out good. Um, it ended up working out pretty good. So yeah, so it was all right in the end, and I think he was a solid director. I mean, he's not an A-list director or something like that, but he's a good director. Um, yeah, so in my opinion, I'll give him a rating on stuff he did in the MCU, probably an 8 out of 10. Um, 7.5 maybe, just because sometimes it just wasn't too good. Like he didn't make constant hits. Like Iron Man was good, but it wasn't like the best or anything. Like good Kickstarter, but yeah. Then you see how people act with Iron Man 2. So yeah, for that reason, I'll give him a 7.5, maybe an 8. Yeah. The next up we got is The Incredible Hulk. And this was directed by Louis Leterrier. Um, yeah, so he directed it. Yeah, this movie to me is kind of forgettable. I can't even lie. I didn't really understand, like, in my earlier years if the Incredible Hulk was part of the MCU or not. So, yeah, it is. Even, sometimes in my MCU rankings, I don't rank it with it. It's just for me, that's just my interpretation. But I just felt like putting him on this list. But yeah, the Incredible Hulk is definitely it's interesting to me. Like I don't hate it. I don't think it's bad. I would give that like a 6 out of 10 movie. Um, yeah, it's not too much of understanding and stuff. So that's why Louis Latrier he directed like the Now You See Me. I think he only did one though. Clash of the Titans and stuff. Uh, Now You See Me was a pretty good movie. I can't even lie, I like that movie. Um, but like other stuff is kind of forgettable. Like it's pretty much the same scale as Incredible Hulk, where it's not bad but it's forgettable. So yeah, I would probably give him like a 6 out of 10 on this. But he did a good job as director. The next one is going to be Thor, and yeah, Thor, and it was directed by Kenneth Brognog. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but yeah, you guys know how I feel about Thor. I think it's a terrible movie. Um, yeah, yeah, he directed. If I'm looking through here, he's done like Shakespeare adaptations, which explains a lot. Um, yeah, so yeah, this is why. Yeah, that's probably tells a lot. Like he's mainly for stuff like Shakespeare kind of things. Because Thor is just the Thor movie was more of like a kind of mythological movie. It wasn't too much realistic or anything. So that's what I realized. It's more classical music and stuff, and I just dislike it. And yeah, I can understand now why, because the director is like a Shakespeare kind of guy. So that makes a lot of sense to me why the movie is like the way it is. And in full honesty, I'm gonna give this movie, or not even this movie, just the director's work, a 4 out of 10. Honestly, it's terrible to me. Don't like it at all. All right, Captain America 1. So yeah, okay. Captain America 1. Sorry if I just said like that, because I accidentally clicked off the article I was reading that says their what they do. So yeah, this Captain America 1 was directed by Joe Johnson, sorry, or Johnston. Yeah, so that's who directed it. Yeah, yeah. So he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Jumanji, Willow, Jurassic Park 3. Uh, yeah. So he did that those kind of movies, more of like late '90s. And remember these. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but like a lot of these directors are not washed up, but like they had early hits, but like they were dying down kind of thing until the Avengers kind of brought them, or not the Avengers, like the MCU slash Disney kind of made them director and stuff. That's just my opinion on the whole that topic kind of thing, but I'll tap into that more in my other video, and I'm not too sure when that's gonna be coming out, anyways. So yeah, Joe Johnson actually did a pretty good job. I think Captain America 1 is super underrated, the first Avenger. I think it's very underrated. A lot of people like it, or are in the middle on it and think it's good, but you think it could be better. I think it was perfect. Really enjoy this movie. So yeah, I'm gonna give Joe Johnston, especially because for his other work, I would rank this. I would say like I'll give him maybe like an 8.58 out of 10. Just because this was a good movie still, but he is capable of writing good movies and stuff like Jumanji and whatnot. Uh, so yeah, that's just my whole opinion on that. The director, Joe Johnston. All right, next up we have Avengers 1 and Avengers 2. Now, it is he directed it. Josh Whedon. So yeah, Josh Whedon. Yeah, Josh Whedon was like no stranger to like kind of sci-fi fantasy genre on like some of the other characters. Like Kenneth Barno wasn't really in that kind of genre. So yeah, that's what I like to see. Josh Whedon, I think he did an alright job. Like I think he did good. Personally, I think it was a good decision not to let him be just directing like eventually Avengers or Captain America 1 and 2 or whatever. I think that was a good decision, or not to let him direct any more movies after Avengers 2. I think that was a great decision. I'm not too sure if it was like something to do with stuff that was happening outside of that, or I don't know if they just didn't like him as an director or whatever, whatnot. So yeah, I thought it was really Avengers 1 was pretty good. It was a Kickstarter again. Phase 1 is not too good, but yeah, it was a good Kickstarter. Avengers 2 I dislike kind of. I am not a huge fan of Avengers 2, and I think Josh Whedon didn't get lazy, but I don't know. It's hard to say because Josh Whedon didn't write the movie, unlike like Joe Johnston or something like that. Josh Whedon did help write the movie, so he had a hand in what they're saying, and what's happening, direction of the movie, kind of thing. So yeah, I honestly, in all Josh Whedon did not was all right, honestly. And afterwards, my opinions kind of changed on him, to be honest with you, because of Justice League. He directed that, and some people might say, "Oh, Josh Whedon had to direct something that wasn't his." Oh well, that wasn't his. He didn't write it. Honestly, it's kind of hard, difficult to say who really whose real fault this is. It's not Zack Snyder, obviously, because that was a tragedy. He had to leave. I would have left as well. But like, is it Josh Whedon or is it Warner Brothers? It kind of screws up the whole thing because yeah, that's a different story. But yeah, oh, I said Josh. Sorry, it's Joss. My bad. Um, yeah. So yeah, I would give him maybe a 6.5, maybe 7, just because he did Avengers 1, and that was a good movie. Just don't like Avengers 2. Alright, next up we have Iron Man 3, and this was directed by Shane Black. Um, yeah, Iron Man. Shane Black did a very different take on Iron Man than Jon Favreau did. I mean, Jon Favreau probably produced it and stuff, but I believe I can't remember where Kiss Kiss Bang Bang when that came out. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was after Iron Man 3. But Shane Black went on to have a good career. Honestly, he had some, or he's still directing stuff. I mean, he went on to have some pretty good movies like The Nice Guys and stuff. So yeah, I don't. I think he did a different take on Iron Man. He did a very different, um, just with a little bit of different stuff. Like music was a bit different. Um, the whole story kind of tone was different. You could tell that there's a difference between Iron Man 1 and 2 and Iron Man 3 and pretty much the whole MCU. I think Shane Black did a pretty good job, honestly. I really enjoyed it. With like the direction of the movie was really well done. Um, yeah, really good movie. A lot of people don't like it because I'm taking a guess it's because it's a bit different than the other ones we see, and I know it could be a hard thing to for difference and stuff, but I think it was a good movie. That's just my whole opinion on it, and I think Shane Black was an alright director for the time. Alright, now for the directors of Captain America Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. And it's going to be Anthony and Joe Russo. Yeah. So yeah, these two, yes, I believe they wrote it as well. They wrote and directed um, all four of these movies here. They did four movies. I'm not too sure if they will be coming back after an Endgame or whatever. So yeah, that they could have been finished with the MCU pretty much. I think most of these people are pretty much finished with the MCU. Like I don't believe Lou Leterrier is coming back. Same with Kenneth Barat. Or not. I could be wrong, but like Josh Whedon, Shane Black, oh, I skipped over Alan Taylor by accident. Yeah, but we're just gonna quickly talk about this. And I realize I've been talking about this for 14 minutes now. Yeah, my apologies there, but yeah, I don't know if Anthony and Joe Russo's coming back. I've seen their other films like Extraction, for example. They directed Cherry. I have yet to see it though, but it looks like it could be a good movie. So yeah. In all honesty, I would honestly give them an 8.59 maybe, just because I actually like all these movies, and yeah, they were just good movies and stuff. So I mean, in terms of cinematic experience or cinema or whatever, film or what, I don't know, like aspects of a film, they tend to do more just action kind of thing, which is all right in that sense. That's why I'm giving them an 8.5 or 9. So yeah. So yeah, let's quickly just talk about Thor 2, Thor the Dark World. And that's just another one of these bad movies again. And it was directed by Alan Taylor. Now, yeah, apparently I see this. Patty Jenkins was supposed to direct Thor 2. I think that was a missed opportunity, but whatever. Um, yes, Alan Taylor is like his films are very much like dark and just not the tone of the MCU pretty much. I think what happened is Marvel, they want to get someone cheap, and they were like, Patty Jenkins is gone, whatever. So let's just get Alan Taylor in here. Maybe he can do this well. And I didn't think it translated very well to the MCU. The way his film style, like he does Terminator, Genesis, he did that recently. But yeah, it didn't translate well, and it just screwed up the whole movie. So yeah, I'm gonna give him like a 4 out of 10, or maybe 5 if I'm being nice. Yeah. So yeah. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. James Gunn, he directed them, and I think it was a really good. Those two are really good movies. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the movies. I think he did a well done job. Uh, he's directed other stuff in the past. Like I'm pretty sure he did like anti-hero stuff in like Slither or what, I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I remember watching Scooby Doo and he directed that. Um, yeah, and then of course now he's going to be directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I'm excited for that. Same with the Suicide Squad. So yeah, I'm also excited with that. I think James Gunn could have done better, maybe under an R rating, to be honest with you, but it's Disney. They want PG-13. Oh well. But yeah, I think for what they are, they're really good movies, and I really enjoy the direction James Gunn put them in. I give James Gunn a 10 out of 10. Like these two are really good movies, both in like cinematic form and like films, and also just Marvel slash comic book fans. I really enjoy it. Next up we have Ant Man and Ant Man 2, and this was directed by Peyton Reed. Sorry, I put red by accident. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, Peyton Reed. He directed the first two. I'm still a little not salty, but like I'm kind of mad that Ant Man. Originally, Edgar Wright was supposed to be directing Ant Man, and I thought he would have done a fantastic job. He did write it, so it did make it. It was still good writing wise, but like, come on, Peyton Reed is no Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright writes some good movies. I really enjoy his movies. But Peyton Reed, I don't know what to say about Peyton Reed. Yeah, I think of him more as like a cheap option for Marvel. Again, with these cheap options, and yeah, yeah. So he's not more known for like action movies. He's more for comedy and stuff. That's why Ant Man was the way it is. So yeah, I'll honestly give him a 7 out of 10. I did enjoy the movies, just I don't know. Doctor Strange, and that was directed by Scott Dickerson or Derrickson, sorry. And put it simple and short, I did not like really in. I enjoyed Doctor Strange, but it's very forgettable. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's very forgettable. Scott Dickerson was originally supposed to be actually directing, I mean, as well as Doctor Strange 2. But yeah, he's gone for creative, uh, whatever. He's gone basically, and now Sam Raimi. I can't wait for Sam Raimi to direct this movie. I think he's gonna do a good job. If he does the same kind of good job a the Spider-Man trilogy, I think this will be a good job. Yeah, Doctor Strange can't wait for it. Doctor Strange 1, it's a little bit bad. I'm gonna give him like a 5. No, I'm not, like 6.5 out of 10. All right, now Spider-Man: Homecoming, Spider-Man: Far From Home, both directed by John Watts. John Watts, you, I feel like John Watts is an alright director. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've barely seen anything else he's written. I know he's supposed to do actually the Fantastic Four, and that's where it's gonna be really, you're gonna be seeing it, because his, in my opinion, a lot of people don't they like and don't like the Spider-Man movies, and he's supposed to also do the Spider-Man 3 No Way Home. And in my opinion, I think I like it so much as well. I think it's because I like it more because, not that I can relate to it, but like, it's hard to explain. But yeah, it's really interesting in my aspect, in that aspect. Yeah, honestly, I would give John Watts a 9 out of 10, something like that. Yeah, Thor Ragnarok, and it's gonna be Taika Waititi. So he really saved Thor trilogy, and I thought he did a magnificent job. He's coming back for Thor: Love and Thunder, or Thor 4. Yeah, he did direct some pretty cool stuff. Like, he's directed Jojo Rabbit. I'm pretty sure he directed some Mandalorian as well as some of the episodes, or produced it or something, or wrote it or something. I don't know, but I know he had some part in that. He was the voice of IG-11 too, and Korg. So yeah, he's a really range kind of writer. I think he does a really well done job on these sort of projects and stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna put it plain and simple. I think he's one of the best directors in the MCU. It probably comes down to James Gunn or Taika Waititi, or maybe even Ryan Coogler. I would say Taika Waititi is, yeah, top 3, definitely. I would give him blatantly a 10 out of 10. I think he's a really good director. I mean, can't wait for Thor: Love and Thunder. Black Panther. That was directed by Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler has been doing some pretty good stuff for Marvel. Yeah, I just think he did a really well done job with Black Panther. Um, yeah, he did Creed, which was, I like that movie. Yeah, he did Creed. I think he did the movie Us as well. But yeah, he's another great actor. I mean, director. Sorry. Just he does some really good work, and I would probably give him right now 10 out of 10, because he's top 3 director in the MCU. Next up is going to be Captain Marvel, and it was directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. Now, I'm not too sure about these guys exactly. Um, yeah, I'm not too sure uh, what these guys have, or sorry, the girl and guy or whatever, have written before. Yeah, they directed other stuff in the past and stuff. Uh, Captain Marvel was alright. I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but I don't think it's nearly as good as cinematic form and stuff. And in all honesty, I think they have potential. I'm not sure if they're coming back for Captain Marvel 2, but yeah, I would honestly give them like a 8.5, 8, in that aspect, because I know some things are out of their control, like, yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Sorry the video is so long. It's like 25 minutes. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.